Good afternoon. Welcome to the forecast discussion for May 30th, 2014. It's currently 1:30 p.m. and it is absolutely beautiful out there with temperatures starting to veer to the north around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures ranging anywhere from the upper 60s to lower 70s throughout the entire Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. And you can see that fate boundary kind of developing right over the region. Winds are coming from the north over the northern tier, over northern Connecticut, the Hudson River Valley, northeastern Pennsylvania, down into southeastern Pennsylvania now. Then from Philadelphia to New York City through Long Island, winds are from the south and southeast, and they will gradually veer to the northeast as we move on through the afternoon as a new polar air mass invades the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. This is going to be an absolutely beautiful weekend on the way with clear skies, low humidity, seasonable temperatures like what we're seeing now. However, we're going to have to dodge a few isolated showers or thunderstorms for later this afternoon and this evening. On the latest radar, you could see some of these isolated showers developing over Massachusetts. We pan up a little bit. You can see them developing over the northern Hudson River Valley, the Mohawk River Valley, which is right here, and also over Massachusetts. Now, these isolated showers and thunderstorms will drop south. They'll have the best potential of reaching an isolated severe level between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock this afternoon and evening. And the best potential will be over the Hudson River Valley, Connecticut, and possibly northeastern New Jersey, given the timing of these disturbances. And that's because these disturbances, these thunderstorms, shall I say, are all driven by the interaction of a warm surface, temperatures in the 70s, and very cold air aloft via a strong upper level disturbance. As temperatures cool this evening, that instability will fall apart, and thus so will the showers. So if you're down in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, like you're going to go see the Mets and Phillies game this evening, you really don't have all that much to worry about. Yes, it's going to be a threat for an isolated shower for, let's say, the first 3 innings, but after that, it's going to be nice and dry and very comfortable. Definitely notice the difference in the temperatures as winds come in from the north and that humidity drops along with temperatures falling into the mid to upper 50s. So when we take a look at the latest visible satellite picture, you kind of really see this really nicely. See all this pop-up clouds here? This is called a cumulus. So this is a cumulus field developing here. And cumulus are a precursor to cumulonimbus, which are thunderstorms. So we definitely have the support of rising air and instability in the atmosphere with this cumulus field showing up. And you can see kind of the flow in the upper levels coming from north to south over Connecticut, the Hudson River Valley, and New Jersey. So again, the marine air mass is falling apart. That's what produced all these low clouds. This is what's left of that boundary. Just a weak trough now over portions of central Pennsylvania down through western Virginia. That is going to continue to deteriorate and fall apart. And that's going to set us up to a very, very nice weekend on the way with high pressure in complete control. On the water vapor satellite picture, you can see that disturbance right here. And it's intensifying just a little bit, and mostly because of that instability that we're talking about. But again, as this disturbance dives south, it's going to weaken, and the instability is going to decline as we head past 6 o'clock this evening. So if you're going to look for a thunderstorm, your best potential will be over northeastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, the Hudson River Valley, and Connecticut. In that area right there, based on the timing here. Locations further to the north are still at the threat for an isolated shower. However, I'm going to key on the word isolated there. Most locations will remain dry and very comfortable this evening. You barely will notice that a boundary is dropping to your south. Let's take a look at the latest model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website using the GFS model guidance, the latest one that just came out. Again, for this afternoon, going to be a threat for an isolated shower thunderstorm. You can see that on the models showing up right here. A lot of dry air in the mid-levels and upper levels of the atmosphere, so anything that does get lifted could become severe in a very, very short period of time. So we're going to definitely keep an eye on that for this afternoon and evening. For tonight, those showers drop through basically through Connecticut and Long Island. Then they'll exit by tomorrow morning. High pressure will be in complete control by tomorrow morning with clearing skies. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s for lows. For tomorrow afternoon, sky cloud cover can be expected. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s for highs. Then on Sunday, high pressure in complete control, very dry air throughout the entire atmosphere is going to set up clear skies throughout the region. And that, of course, is going to mean temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s for lows because you're going to have pretty strong radiational cooling. But then high temperatures will rebound into the mid to upper 70s, upper 60s to lower 70s right along the immediate coast and in portions of Long Island. Again, absolutely beautiful for this upcoming weekend. Get out there and enjoy the weather. On Monday, very similar, high pressure and control, but shifting to the east, so we're going to see more of a southwesterly wind. Temperatures in the mid 50s for lows and upper 70s to lower 80s for highs. Now on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it's going to get very interesting. I've been talking about this for a few days. We have a warm front approaching the region, and there's going to be a threat for scattered showers and thunderstorms each day from Tuesday on through Thursday. Now, we're going to keep an eye on this boundary and how it sets up, because what's going to happen is that this boundary, this warm front boundary, is going to stall. The cold front's going to drop south, and it's going to become a stationary boundary setting up right over the Philadelphia, New York City metropolitan area. And you're going to get waves of disturbances moving through. Now, that basically is going to lead to variable cloud cover. Some days you'll have no cloud cover at all, especially as you move further north. However, right around that boundary, you have scattered to broken cloud cover, a threat for scattered showers and thunderstorms depending on when these disturbances move through, and a great variety in temperatures depending on where that warm front stalls out initially, because you're going to have winds from the east coming right off the Atlantic. So, for example, on Tuesday, high temperature, first of all, low temperatures throughout the entire period, lower to mid 60s. That's the testament of how much moisture is in the atmosphere. So that is a given for everybody. Lower to mid 60s for lows Tuesday on through Thursday. As far as high temperatures are concerned, though, if let's say you're to the south and west of this boundary, let's say in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, temperatures on Tuesday will easily reach the lower to mid 80s. Very easily. However, if you're on Long Island, if you are to the east of that boundary, you're going to have an easterly wind, and your temperatures have the potential of being knocked down into the mid to upper 60s. So a very volatile forecast, and we're going to keep an eye on. Just be prepared, much like what we saw this week, for scattered showers and thunderstorms, rather humid conditions, and depending on where you are in that boundary, temperatures are either going to be in the mid to upper 60s or in the lower 80s. Most locations in the Philadelphia metro expect upper 70s to mid 80s. Most locations in the New York City metropolitan area expect mid to upper 60s on Long Island, especially on the east end. Most likely lower to mid 70s around the city itself as we move forward for next week. And of course, as that boundary moves further north and east than expected and really locks in, let's say, over New England, then everyone is in the upper 70s to mid 80s, which would make my forecasting very easy and also would lead to drier conditions for the week as we are in a more uniform air mass over the region. So that's the forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, and of course on The Patch and on The Examiner. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.